Hi, this is Beth Beetler with Hope Unlimited, where we help overwhelmed professionals excel. And today I'd like to take a few minutes to just discuss with you how to take a little bit more control over your productivity at times when external events such as current affairs are draining you. No matter when you watch this video, there's likely to be some type of current local, state, national, or global event, or more than one, that might be a distraction to you and make your productivity drop some because your mind is caught up in whatever that event is, whether it be good or bad. And sadly, a lot of times the focus is on the not so good news. Occasionally, there are some great celebratory news, which could be like a sports event that you have a happy winning, or at the time of taping, we had the eclipse uh, in on Monday, and in our community, because we were in totality, it was a just very uplifting, joyful day for many of us because of the celebration of this natural phenomenon, which personally, as a person of faith, feel like God put on a nice show for us that day. But there are always going to be events and current affairs that could get in the way of your productivity and get you emotionally off balance for work. So I want to give you a couple of thoughts about how you can kind of take a little bit of control to stay balanced in those situations. Um, One is you can control how much input you get. There's so much news around it. I know people say that they don't want to have their heads in the sand. Well, it's pretty impossible to have your head in the sand these days. So you can choose for yourself the degree and amount that you want to take in. There's choices you can make. I choose not to watch national or local news very often. I also choose not to listen to talk radio, or get involved in things that have ongoing discussions or debates or things in the background going on. I don't run news in the background. I know some offices do, and one I used to work at does, but I don't at my home. I do subscribe to two email newsletters. One's called The Skim, and one is for our local area, Greenville Today. And those take less than 10 minutes to read each weekday morning, and they do keep me informed enough. The basic headlines, and some of which I don't even go deeper with, for the world. And then in Greenville Today, I really enjoy that publication because it tells us a lot of joyful things about our community, and it's got a little bit more of a business leaning toward growth and business right in our community. So those two really keep me informed. And then because I'm on social media a good bit, both for work and it is a hobby, I pretty much pick up on a lot of other things that are going on as well. And so I don't really need to watch the news analysis, or I don't need to listen to talk radio. I don't need to read deeply in debates that start to ensue on Facebook. You can take some control of the amount of something you have. Just like if there was a thing of donuts in front of you, you can say no to a donut. You can have just a half a donut or one donut. Really, you can. It's your choice how many donuts you're going to take in. So that can be one thing you can do to help with your productivity, is limit the amount of news and information coming into you. And then two, find your way to cope with the various things, whether you're a person of faith and you get away for a few minutes, you practice prayer, or you're a person that wants to go be out in nature and be quiet for a while. Find some ways that help recalibrate you. And one thing that seems to help a lot is to get out where something is bigger than you. And that's part of what was fascinating about the whole eclipse and the behavior about the eclipse. It united so many people of various viewpoints, all to enjoy this one thing and look up and see this really unique phenomena that doesn't happen very often. And it kind of gave me the thought that we tend to want to look at things bigger than us because we need that reminder that there are things bigger than us. This is why things like the Rocky Mountains or the Grand Canyon or the ocean, any part, people love the beach. Many people do. I think it brings us and draws us to something that's bigger than ourselves. So in your work day, if you can find a way to think about something bigger than yourself, maybe look at something scenic on a screen, or maybe take a walk in a park, get out in nature during lunch instead of in front of the computer, to remind yourself that there are bigger things out there, and there are many beautiful things going on in our world too, not just the bad news that gets promoted. So those are two tips for staying balanced in a world that is unbalanced. One again is limit the amount of information that you have coming to you. You know yourself, and you know at what point you tip into being overtly negative, anxious, or angry. And two, get out where there are things bigger than you so that you can expand your perspective. And that can include too getting out with people different from you, and interacting with people of other cultures, people who speak other languages, maybe going someplace that's not in your normal course of life, maybe commuting a little different way so that you can see another part of your county. Just expanding your vision of the world around you and realize this is a lot bigger than just you. And those two things can help you stay refreshed enough to keep working and be productive even at times when the news isn't so good out there. If you have any thoughts on this, I'd love to hear from you. You can either comment where you see this video, or I'm always available to be contacted through bethbuetler.com/contact, and send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much, and have a great productive day.